Hi again, everyone, and happy game day. I'm James Rapien of allbengals.com. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and Merry Christmas. We are going to have you covered all day long, certainly post game right here on CBT with our thoughts, reactions to the game, and much, much more. No, we are not in Pittsburgh for this game, this holiday season, staying put right here in Cincinnati, but we will certainly have you covered here on CBT. So, it's a huge game. We've talked about that. We know what's on the line here. The Bengals are 8-6. They're looking for their fourth straight win. You need to keep pace in the AFC playoff race. That is as tight as I've ever seen that I can remember. I've talked to people across the league. They can't remember it being this tight. We have 5 teams that are 8-5. You have plenty of teams either behind the Bengals or just barely in front of the Bengals vying for one of these wild card spots that remain. And so the Bengals, they have to do what Zach Taylor said. Just keep winning. And defensive line play is certainly a big topic after DJ Reader was placed on injured reserve earlier this week. Well, not only did they claim Travis Bell, and I expect him to be inactive today, by the way, but they also signed Dominique Davis from the practice squad to the active roster on Friday, which one, great for Dominique Davis. He was a standout in the preseason. He's one of these guys that they've added, they've developed. He spent the first 14 games on the practice squad, but now on the active roster. So he will get a shot today to show what he can do potentially behind Josh Tupou and Jay Tufele and BJ Hill with DJ Reader out. I think that's the story of the game. If you can stop the run, it's going to go such a long way towards slowing down a Steelers offense that is struggling, that I expect to really lean in on the run game. So we'll see if they can do that. Dominique Davis is a big part of their chances there. I also think that if this Bengals offense can continue to hum, can continue to keep doing what they've done over the past 3 weeks, averaging over 30 points per game. I don't expect that today, but could they move the ball consistently? Because what that will do is that will give the defense time to rest and time to regroup, so to speak, because they are shorthanded. They also elevated Sidney Jones the fourth from the practice squad, the veteran corner. It kind of comes up in place of DJ Ivy, who is out for the season, unfortunately, the rookie, the 7th rounder. He was coming on strong, and just a brutal injury. But Sidney Jones has impressed Lou Anarumo, has attacked things the right way. I asked Lou about him earlier this week with the idea that he could be elevated from the practice squad. So we will see Sidney Jones for the first time today, and then we will also see, for the third time, I want to say, Shedrick Jackson Jr. will be elevated, and he will be active with Jamar Chase out. So all eyes on this defense, certainly eyes on this offense as they continue to make a push for the playoffs. And the other thing that I didn't talk about in my keys, but I think it's a big factor today, Brad Robbins. He's kind of the guy I'm looking at, and I'm not going to spend 8 hours on punter, but he's struggled, and he's had his ups and downs. And the ups are like a really good punt in overtime last week. And that can happen where he does that, and he punts, has a good punter too. But he's been really inconsistent throughout the year. And so over the next 3 weeks, we need to see more from Brad Robbins. I certainly think that's the case. And whether they win, whether they lose, whether it's a draw, guess what? Cincinnati Bengals Talk has you covered right here. So hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, tell a Bengals fan about us this holiday season. Maybe it's one of your relatives as you do the many Christmas parties, family gatherings, all of those things. Make sure that you check us out here on CBT. And for Andrew Fox Miller, our channel coordinator, I'm James Rapien. Thank you so much for watching Cincinnati Bengals Talk.